I want to show you. So we have the shit watch, the guardian of the bowel movements. They also stand watch behind the bathroom. My bathroom door. Nice. Keeping track. No, I didn't keep
Oh, broken mass bay where the balladeers play and the spirits never sleep. Where the whispers call and the legends crawl through the veil of the ocean deep. The night was still and the air was stale and the stench of ale ran high. And it flowed from a pub across a cobblestone street where a sailor was passing by. Oh, he drank his fill and he sang his song as the room began to sway. Then he stumbled down the road to the water's edge of a place called Broken Mast Bay. Oh, Broken Mast Bay, where the balladeers play and the spirits never sleep. Where the whispers call and the legends crawl through the veil of the ocean deep. With a dizzy head and a daring heart and a dinghy on the shore, in his drunken glee he put out to sea and he rode to the Miss of Nor. As he rolled along he could hear a song from a voice so pure and clear. Then a Selkie rose right beside his boat as her voice echoed in his ear.
so you can get a context
Where the
why
balladeers play and the spirits never
for this
sleep.
speech I remember.
Where the whispers call and the legends crawl through the veil of the ocean deep. Come again, said he,
No
how
joke,
can
this
this
is
be?
important.
Have I
Actually,
had
see
too
my face.
much to drink?
Two
Not
things.
at all, she sighed with a
relevant
sparkle
for
in her eyes. I'm as true
shit
as the
relevant.
ocean
Shit
is
project.
deep.
There's
Why
many
sail
people
alone, my
back.
sailor bold, on this
Say
quiet
that.
moonlit night? The sailor gawked as she whispered soft, please stay with me till light. Oh, Broken Mast Bay, where the balladeers play and the spirits never sleep.
They actually did keep
Where the
track of
whispers
how
call and the legends crawl through the veil of the ocean
it's really
deep.
degrading. And you notice that's for the purpose of releasing shit drugs on
She
people.
shed a
Away
tear
from
as
here,
he slurred his
which
words,
is why as I
telling
mentioned to
tales
you,
of
they
life
would
before.
sometimes release
How his friends
drugs
were swallowed in the treacherous swell
according to how much eventually told.
when they were
Now
claimed
those
by the
drugs have
ocean
been walked away.
floor.
That will be more if we actually have some. And this is the mission talking about waste. Just to understand, we're talking about actually, you know, and much like the Argentinians before, they would
He
think that
wiped
that
his
somehow
eyes as
is
the dawn
degraded
advanced
to
on a
me.
tired, wakeless world. Then she left a gift
You
in his
have to.
calloused hand. 'Twas a pendant made of pearl.
I can't.
Hold this close when the road feels long and the waves don't flow
Once you
your
look, I cannot breathe.
way.
I cannot. It's
When
like
you
my brain
feel
passes the
alone,
idea.
listen
It
for
passes
my
the
voice on the wings of Broken Mast Bay. Oh, Broken Mast Bay, where the balladeers play and the spirits never
particularly the end.
where the whispers call and the legends crawl through the veil
Also,
of the
note
ocean
this down to where the
Broken Mast Bay, where the balladeers play and the spirits never where the whispers call and the legends crawl through the veil of the ocean The years sailed on and the Selkie song became a memory on the wind. And the gift she gave found a shallow grave in a box where his memories lived. Until one day in the village square he heard a voice that he once knew. When he turned around he saw the sparkle in her eyes.
Once they don't,
Old friend, I've been waiting for you.
and again, the assumption that I should be ashamed because this gang of people, like a lot of, there's not like one or two weirdos, like one or two creeps, talking about sizable number of individuals who just choose to spend time not only in every layer of that of the thing. So again, that's a thing. That is a thing in this crime. So for his worth. And you actually can listen to them every single time behind the door. Like the music. Particularly gonna be very relevant towards the end, depending on how that
One
goes.
became two became four. Someone kicked open a locked back
Either way,
door. The night leaned in with a wicked grin, and I'll
So yeah,
right
they
back
kept
some
track
more.
on that.
Here's a toast to bad decisions. Raise 'em
Not
high
marketable
and
for
drink 'em deep.
being weak, being
To the
abused.
plans we won't
remarkable because
Promises
it's quite
we won't keep.
actually
If it's foolish, if
and
it's wild,
it shouldn't have been quite that
someone
much
exiled, here's
quite
a
easy to
toast
watch
to
this
bad decisions. They're the best ones
that I should be
we
ashamed
repeat.
of that. Then hence the legend should be. As for
The dwarf
the
bet me a silver crown, I couldn't outdrink him.
as
The
for
elf bet
the
twice
have no
that
idea
I
how
would
that
fall before the tavern dimmed. A goblin taught me juggling knives, I'm missing one or two. And someone swore I married someone, I pray that's not
so
quite true.
it's a long time.
The chairs were dancing, so was I. The bard fell off and blamed the sky. The wizard said this seems quite safe, then something caught on fire nearby. Here's a toast to
And I was
bad
wearing back on that.
decisions.
This
Raise 'em
was-
high
and
and drink 'em deep.
I was just
To the plans we won't remember.
There's some issues that
And the
happened.
promises we won't keep. If it's foolish, if it's
I even-
wild, if it ends with someone exiled, here's a toast
Yeah,
to bad decisions.
There was this
They're the
weird ass
best ones
female
we
trying to replicate the gesture that I did washing my leg.
Oh, the candlelight was flickering
No noise
low.
whatsoever because it was just
The truth was lost in the afterglow. A
and
wink,
no,
a
I
laugh, a
did my
daring
but woman.
dare. And
And
suddenly
it's such a
I'm on a
specific
table
weird
somewhere.
action. And as I go
The
to
bar
the
keeps
other
adding up
bathroom,
this
just wash my
again as
hands
we
or
sang
something,
louder
the same
than
day.
mortal man. And somewhere deep in that roaring din,
The
I thought I'd
I
do
think
this
the other
all
way
again.
around,
Here's a
it's like,
toast
and
to
just got
bad
it was-
decisions.
and I put
Raise 'em
on the way
high
out
and
is this
drink
way film, so he also waited for you
to
to
the plans we
Um,
won't remember.
and instead I'll be silent. But no, this is the thing. Mine wasn't. It
If
just
it's
is this random
foolish, if
person
it's
doing
wild,
this
if it
gesture.
ends with someone exiled, here's a toast to
while screaming at
bad
me, and
decisions.
that is
They're the best ones we repeat.
what am I saying? This is not something that happened here only. This shit country, right before, it's closer to home, it's several other places. So the shit watches is truly
Curse
its own
the crown.
institution.
It carried
Like a better
town
word.
to town.
So now, for real,
I was raised where the Cajuns cry under watch of a foreign sky. They took our land, they took our name, left us nothing but ash and shame. Mida said, boy, stand your ground, never bow, never kneel down. So I took to sea, fire inside with a blade, and the Irish tide. No more chains, no more lies. We take back what they deny. We fight the crown, we don't stand down.
I
Let the
noticed that he's
drums
also
all
noisy.
resound. Raise
And
a
like
voice,
them,
let
I'm not that
fury
active.
ring. We
I'm
bow to
using the
no
bugs.
man. No king from Spanish sails to open foam. We carve the sea, we claim our own. No throne, no
Didn't
chain,
make
no
shit like that
masters
up.
hold. Just freedom bought with Spanish gold.
So as I said, you have many avenues.
With Spanish gold. Morning breaks through a blood-red sky. Spanish sails drift heavy by
Range
gilded
of
hull.
match.
Rich and
Power
slow,
enforcement
fat with coin we came to know. Captain speaks, voice calm control. Take it clean, take the gold. Cannons breathe and silence breaks. Fire and smoke and the ocean shakes. Hold the line, don't lose your nerve. Take what's ours, what we deserve.
Even so, again, if they were not doing shit like that, that really was
We
good.
don't stand down.
We did that.
The thunder shake the ground. Sing it loud. Let vengeance ring. We bow to no man. No king from Spanish blood to Iron Sea. We take it back. We take it free. No throne, no chain, no masters hold. Just
Can
freedom.
make you actually, by the way,
With
this time for this
Spanish
document.
They'll call us cursed, they'll call us thieves, but they took first. No, we take back what we need. If this is sin, then let it be. I'd rather die
than live on my knees.
Quite interesting choice for the Brian song.
We fight the crown, we don't stand down. Let the ocean shake the sound. Raise your voice, let fury ring. We bow to no man, no king from burning shores to endless sea. We live and die the wild
much
and
like
free.
the other
No
one.
throne, no chain, no masters hold just freedom bought
Yeah, quite
with
sure.
Spanish gold. Curse the crown. We still stand. We don't bow down.
Another example of the same thing that Mitch Mother does, but now I think like Catholic is doing some like English Irish shenanigans. It doesn't come to fruition. Like I love for them, knowing what they mean, but the words don't come to my mind, so I'm right. So I can explain it to you. The class, English shenanigans about commentary Irish for being, well, not quite exactly loyal, just national press and they don't. But it's like, no words, just the spirit of the things is understood, but I cannot turn them to words exactly like that. So I hope that I can do easy to understand because it's one of my last discussions. So yeah, I fully comprehend the English Irish jokes, which is that. I could say British, but that's right. He always comes out to
We walked into the dark abyss, 6 heroes bold and bright. But I am all that walked
Didn't say
away
it's
into
just
the
not true,
morning
it's
light. I stood upon the jagged cliff, the wind was
about having this
blowing me.
concept in your mind. Yesterday we see them out backups and the pilot prices of tax and the just doesn't come.
To close my eyes one final time and join them in their sleep. But then I heard their spirits
Nothing
say,
to join that.
you have to see another day.
Much like the other show.
But oh, I'm dancing on the floor. I live the life they live no more. My heart is beating loud and fast to make the heavy memory last. One drink for sorrow, two for pain, and three to never cry
Not as
again.
being
So
a
play
victim
the
of the
fiddle,
one that
stomp the
you
ground. I live for those who aren't around.
instead of you watching a man taking a shit and feel proud to that shit that was small
They
children.
gave the breath so I
And
could
somehow
breathe, felt so I
have
could
the
stand.
concept
So I
that the
will
guy
drink the finest
taking the
wine
shit
while this
should be
broken
ashamed
man.
for you.
If I sit
Instead of
down, the
you.
silence comes and grabs
For
me
your
by the
actions.
throat. So I will sing until I choke on every happy note.
And he
I promised
practiced it for
him
so
the
long,
one I
it
loved
just doesn't
before
like
he
playing.
lost his
Like another
head,
slot machine
that
with
I
the
would
point
live
doesn't
a
actually
double
follow.
life for
Yeah.
all the ones who bled.
As for the good guys,
So fill the cup
And again.
and raise it high beneath the vast and empty
it's not
sky.
easy because it's easy to do from those aspects, and that's what I'm also not concerned with too much
I'm
this
dancing
approach.
on the floor. I
So
live
you
the
don't-
life they live
you
no
forget
more.
the
My
other
heart
side
is
of the
beating
crime.
loud
It's
and
not
fast to
just
make the heavy memory last. One drink for
Because
sorrow,
it's
two
only
for
been
pain, and three to never
Has lots of
cry again. So
patience
play the
and
fiddle,
just
stomp the
fun.
ground. I live for those who aren't
As
around.
literally seen the horror movie of the game. Again, those are the things. Yes, it's easy to make friends and that. And again, the reason changing more today is probably South Park bad influences to blame them because it's actually the same logic of taking actually very serious subjects and treat them.
Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of
not because they're not considered just like of course you see interest at the end of the day is
But oh, I'm dancing on the floor. I live the life they live no more. My heart is beating loud and fast to make the heavy memory last. One drink for
I was
sorrow,
not
two
trying to
for pain,
report
and three to
this
never
is true.
cry
There
again.
was
So
a show
play
this
the
one.
fiddle, stomp the
And
ground.
the
I
other
live
one
for
is
those who aren't around.
with the master creators is like I need to actually off the name for the massacre. You know what? That's better now. Those who rather put their own lives, careers, etc. Just a good laugh. That's section 4.
I tiptoed
See
through
how-
the chapel's hall, just
Very
looking for a
proud of the
place
way
to
they
stall.
actually
I heard a
because it's
whack
easy to
and a
showcase
sister
others'
scream.
outfits.
Thought I walked into a penitent dream.
It is happening as
There
actually
stood Blair with a whip held high, flogging a repentia with fire in her eye. She turned and asked, would you like a go? I just saluted and said, Emperor, no. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was looking for the lesson, but now I'm corrupt. I swear I know first. Now I'm running through incense and sisterly thirst. I didn't mean to intrude, but Emperor's buns, they were all half new. Just let me live. I'm not that tough. I promise I've seen exactly enough. Engines rumbling out back the wall. Thought I found the garage or mess hall, but what did I spy through the steamy spray? Sisters of battle doing a rhino bidet. Armor off, hoses high, purity full, washing the treads like it's Slidish's home. One winked at me with soap in her braid. I drop my wrench and run, boy, run away. Oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was chasing my boot and now I'm corrupt. Oh, must the holy be hot? I came here to spy, not get spiritually shot. I didn't mean to be rude, but they lathered that rhino in full battle nude. I'll just crawl out, don't need to bluff. Face on my face, and that's more than enough. Her chanting deep in the workout zone. Thought maybe Blair's doing push-ups alone. But the Zephyrim squad had a different game. An arm wrestling brawl with muscle and flame. Their arms were oiled, their focus grim. One shouted, step up, weakling, show us your limb. I said I would, but I left mine at base. Then sprinted like a rat out of their holy space. Oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm allergic to triceps carved and pumped. Oh lord, they're stronger than tanks. One flexed and a pew broke, no time for thanks. Oh no, I didn't come here to die, but they challenged me thrice. With a glare in each eye, I'll just collapse. My bones aren't buff, my ego's bruised and my shirt's not tough. I kicked in a door marked sanctum wet. Thought it was storage, nah, not yet. A blast of steam hit my heretic face. Then I locked eyes with the showering grace. Soap on a chain, lightning scars down her thigh. She said you got 10 seconds or say goodbye. I bowed, I gagged, I turned real red, and did a backflip through a potted tread. Oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that sister was soapy and structurally corrupt. Oh, I need to repent, or at least ice my knees from the way I went. Oh no, my disguise is blown. They're posting my sketch near every throne. I'll never return, not even for fluff. Being horny and stealthy is just too tough.
And that's what's wrong. It's just a joke. So, in a very direct way, you see straight out the very close that I just mentioned is a back to really should, because this one shot is doing absolutely nothing. So, but as I was saying, but it's actually, as I said, it's essentially not by backstabbing, not yet, anyways. Too soon. That comes later. But is saying something is very much out of place. And again, this is something that I'm joking. This is extraordinarily serious. That's the very crime that stands for the. As a follow-up to that, because it turns out there's a reason why those things are felonies in real countries, and much like here, Constitution, criminal code is the same. Virtually the same. So at the end of the day, the and the fact that you also saw the person shit. So I often mention the whole person shit about as English or something. No, but if you want to see that in a different light, you can see instead of through the nickname, you can think that um, through the actual things, serious things like this. How the methods are essentially criminal methods at this point: intimidation, coercion, essentially like that. And again, the famous tale of the good guys. And it's funny that they actually said several times again for this crime, they say something about how criminal story as a mockery of me, how a villain creation story, something like that, when I don't do bad things. But several times when I was thinking these days, and I was very angry because of the drugs in the end, the dehumanizations, I was watching the baby. And at some point, I just realized that things that I was thinking, I don't want to be, I don't want to do. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't allow them to do anything to that. On the other hand, you see the methods and the choices that were being taken. You saw what they did to the baby. You see what they actually is doing to other things, and particularly, especially if I get murdered before the end of this. Again, once again, the idea that so who cares? Much as I talk about the narcotics, who cares if they're narcotics or any other chemical product used on a human being? At the end of the day, is that in dispute as for the being deliberately used on me? And if you see the evidence right, you know it's not. The fact it causes, you can just sample and pay them of the best experts on the world to analyze that because this is sick. The sheer numbers make it relevant. And you can just run to you just get the expected thing after the samples, not through any testimony or symptoms. Now we can cross-check that. They have to match or else something's wrong. And you have that. But as I say to you, it's easy to think on the business share because it's funnier. And again, I have to live through this until the end. But if you prefer to take them from a boring or serious approach, methods that, as I said before, so not that you really think the boogeyman idea is going to stick, but it's not boogeymans you see around me all the time, and you know that this is a public crime. Everybody knows. Everybody knows everything. So, again, for what it's worth, very straightforward. I think that they are criminals trying to get my attention. That and no. There's another reason this getting published immediately, although probably run into some copyright issues, I imagine, because of the songs. I don't know if those songs are supposed to be copyrighted. Right. That's good. No, never listen to criminals. As I said before, the important thing is, as I said, on the video names today, like anything but to stop the crimes is consideration. And that's the other point. When something so simple as to consider stop throwing drugs on a person, that's a big deal. And again, the only doubt that I have would honestly be that if any of those are necessarily narcotics. I know that some of them certainly are, but if all the other ones are or not, but it's a mute point. At the end of the day, methods make it the things make the what it. In this case, same thing as for the methods make what they are. In this case, the symptoms make the substance. At the end of the day, even if they're not this substance of drugs, as in drug class narcotics for the designation. I should know the legal designation, you know anymore. But at the end of the day, the effects are the same, right? The sensations I feel are keen to that, and ultimately I cannot choose not to use them. So even as I mentioned before, even the sheer fact of the addiction is already mirrored through them forcing me against my will. Which just listen to how sick that is. Again, as I said, it's not just side to this. The thing that just side to this, I just don't know what is happening. Had the noise, I thought it was chip. And so, very straightforward, just many avenues. It's just that often I choose the patient share route because, again, I have to deal with this, and this is pretty aggravating, and an issue most of the time will be functioning. But at the end of the day, you can take much of the other ones, and it's very interesting. And the irony that you saw, literally can hear teenagers saying jokingly something about a villain creation story that's relation to me, when you saw that the methods they choose to do today are straight up methods that criminals use openly. In the fact it goes down to most recently incitement to violence, which not so much criminals, different type of criminal, I guess, but ultimately the criminal conspiracy part using the very phone, which is still criminal conspiracy. As I saw that, they can interrupt recording, they can start recording, they do weird things.